What? Screw that.
Hey, I thought I was gonna sit there.
I'm not the only one since when did you play black?
That doesn't matter. That's
Hold up. Oh, this is cool. This is not my good side.
This isn't my good side.
You know what's hilarious though? The camera probably sees like under the table our socks and everything.
I put it on.
Oh,
like,
dang it.
That'd be funny. So we can.
For you feed people. So, this is kind of fun actually.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
It's an opportunity to talk about anything and everything where we get more comfortable about talking.
Unfiltered.
This is a stepping stone for us.
Maybe we should put a disclaimer. Screw it. Cheers.
Disclaimer.
Cheers.
I didn't drink it, I licked it. Disclaimer. I'm talking. That's about as much as you should know. This can go to very serious talk to what just happened. So, chimichangas. Alright. So we kind of had this idea forever. And now just acting on it. You know what I was thinking about though? Is every podcast or every other podcast or whatever find something. Oh, we're gonna find out how terrible my posture is. We're gonna find out.
It's good. I'll hold this account.
You know, if we like post this and stuff, people are gonna be like, "Oh man, their chest sucks."
Yeah, probably. We're working on it.
I just realized it's been up forever since.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what to do right now.
You were thinking.
Yeah. So it would. Oh my gosh. It would be. This is the very opening for those non-chess players out there, and for those chess players out there, just. You know what's hilarious? Not an ounce of alcohol is in here. No, it's so like for example, chess is something we love doing. Next time, we clean the guns. You know? Or something like that. Like, do something we both like.
I thought chess was like somewhat consistent. That would be pretty cool. And people can judge us on our
Yeah, but we gotta show something we're good at too. No, but you know, I think that'd be kind of funny. Like, just it doesn't have to be every like. There could be different.
check.
There could be different. Like the month of June, for example, is chess.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And then the month of July is Make America Great Again. So like, because it's like the 4th of July and
Yeah.
Bastille Day,
Mhm.
and like we only wear American stuff. And then the other half of the month we only wear French stuff. Like, come on, as French as possible, and come on, American as possible. And just have like the flag here or something. That'd be really funny, actually. So smart. Okay. Oh, I know why I'm. Oh, see, that's the thing too. Got to stay either in English or either in French, because I was about to cut that into French. For those that don't know, Franco-Americans. See, that's also the weird part. It's like we know who we are, but we gotta tell everybody. Everybody has it. No, this is when you like. What do you mean, everybody? Well, the people at home.
What are you looking at?
Just ignore him. That'd be actually kind of funny.
There's a movie that does that. Actually.
Who do you talk to?
And then she like looks at like the actress like looks at the camera like this guy.
You just did it again.
What do you mean?
That's funny. I know Deadpool does that, but
Yeah, but then everybody was like,
yeah. Yeah, so the reason I was kind of having trouble is most of the time I bring out the knights. It's funny. That's one of those things. At our level, if you don't do it a lot, you can lose it pretty quickly. He said he's stuck. He doesn't know where to go.
Yeah, I don't even know what the sound quality is gonna be like. This is just me.
All you hear is the AC.
If we keep doing this, like putting the mic right here, it'd be pretty good.
We need to get a mic, I think. Because the thing is, that we had a mic in France, but it's in France. Oh yeah, coming back to that, we're Franco-American, which means
We're better than you.
we have a slight advantage. No, which means that we have dual nationalities, American and French. Mom's American, dad's French.
Very blessed we are. Very blessed we are.
Mm-hmm. It's actually kind of funny because I just need to get comfortable with it. And just, if people don't like what they hear, they can just...
You're the best at between us. Is it because, so when a camera's not rolling, you can do it, but when a camera's rolling, I'm like, alright, let's do this. Is that what you're telling me? There's like a crowd of like 20 liberals, you can talk about how abortion and God and guns, but once the camera's rolling with 0 views, you're like, I'm so nervous.
No, it's not that, it's just... it's different. I just really need to pull out the night again. I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell.
You see that?
No, I guess it's just, don't start off the first 5 minutes of the first podcast with dark humor. You know, it's like, so yeah. Did you guys hear a urinating sound? That's my aquarium. I got little fishies in there.
You should start your own, like, just another, like, you should
A day in the life.
Why not? I mean, mine's been alright.
You know how I feel?
I'm surprised.
Sometimes I feel like Theo Von.
Mm-hmm.
You know who Theo Von is? It just... it's just there. But he has an accent, so you can kind of... He's probably on the spectrum,
funny.
you know?
It's
You
kinda
can
funny.
just like... Yeah.
Is there a little touch of the good stuff?
You know, it's like what he said. I don't have Down syndrome, but I'm gonna have it. You know, when he sits down with the kid with Down syndrome, with the guy that has Down syndrome. It's just so funny. Okay.
I'm just moving pieces. I'm not really playing right now. I don't know.
Because that's the thing too. It's hard to talk and play and do good when you're at our level.
We usually play in silence.
With background music, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Miscellaneous. Okay.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool, man. Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous.
That could be your channel, man. I'm serious. It's just called Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous. WTF.
Yeah.
Mom, Dad, I'm sorry. I didn't mean any of this.
No, they know.
You raised a better boy. But. Oh my gosh, I'm
You
so
raised a
stupid.
less better boy. Yeah, a little bit. It's okay.
You could have told me. Screw it. Check.
I thought you. What book are you reading?
Believe it or not, the Bible.
It's a good book. I've heard a lot about it.
I've read a lot about it. Actually, one of them, most sold books of all time, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it was sold so many times they had to take it off the record of most amounts.
Huh.
At times. Because it was sold so many times.
I want to be like who's that the actor Rick Galifianakis or something?
Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah. So okay, so I'm that guy right now. So why'd they take it off of the records? Is it because people would just buy them to burn them, or? Oh my gosh.
Miscellaneous. WTF. Well. Oops.
That's one way to ruin a wonderful set. So I win default? Is that what you're saying?
No. Just
We have to move every piece now.
No. Open it up.
Your dinner all over the pieces.
Unfiltered and raw. That's the way I like it.
There's gonna be a lot of there's gonna be probably no editing whatsoever actually. F that.
This is a real struggle, people.
It's too much work.
Work.
Alright, so was it yours or my turn?
See, this is the thing also. I don't know how many laws there are. I can be sued like 20 times already.
Laws about what?
I don't know. Copywriting, all that kind of stuff. Don't laugh.
I don't have a high enough volume yet to like worry about that.
Yeah.
My turn?
Yes. Yeah, I moved my night last. Should I move this in? It's a sleep on. Okay. So here's the thing with podcasts though. You're supposed to be talking.
Yeah, that's why I wanted us to come up with a couple of questions and things to talk about before.
Well, here's the thing, when you're playing chess, it's kind of hard. You know what I mean? Like, concentrating and talking and spinning all over the place, it's complicated. What did you come up with? 2 things to talk about. Oh boy, Kiki. You know what would be really fun is to be able to have this on to like buy a tracker, the professional tracker. It's like $450 or something like that. But I know a guy. Check. So that way they can follow what we're doing at the same time. Which way you wanna go, Bart? Which way you wanna go? So I feel like I have a lot of things to say. Just don't know what to say.
Just saying.
Check. That's one thing I'll say. Well, I don't know, like conversation wise, you know. I think that's why it'd be really fun to have a bunch of people on. You know what I mean? You have a bunch of people on.
No, I don't know what you mean.
Well, you have guests,
Yeah.
if you want to call that. Have guests on. That way, Have guests on that way, because when there's like 2 or 3 people, it's more easy to have conversations, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why I just want to start you and me, because I noticed that you and I have like crazy conversations all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, why not just film it at the same time?
Yeah, for sure.
Make a memory of it, and maybe some people will catch on.
Yeah. Maybe some people will be like, who are these guys?
Maybe.
Okay. Let's talk about stuff we do. What are we doing?
We're drinking adult lemonade. Limeade.
With alcohol. Uh-huh.
Rémy chose a sugar rim. And clearly,
Check.
I'm thirstier than he is. Did we even introduce ourselves?
No, this is what's funny. Like, we're just going all over the place. It's awesome. I think we should call it Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous and ... WTF, but like a space in between every time, so it's like really weird.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, like miscellaneous. Dot space, WTF and
Space.
I am Christian. This is Rémy, my brother. Not my gay roommate.
He's older. For those wondering.
I was asked that.
And he's taken.
So does that mean you're not?
I was good in there. I'm also taken. And I know I'm a lot more attractive. But please, stop the emails, stop the DMs. Can't take it anymore. Can't answer everybody. That's all I had to say.
It's alright.
But we know a guy.
It's okay, boo. You can still email me. I have a MySpace. See me up on MySpace.
I have a LinkedIn. Just catch me there.
View all my links, if you know what I mean, in the description below.
I met a guy who had an
That's-
OnlyFans account.
A
Well,
guy
he was
who had an
he was an OnlyFans manager. Yep. Give him my name and number.
Nuh-uh. I'm gonna say.
No, but I went up to talk to him.
So he gets to watch free all day, every day, the same chick. She probably doesn't get to bang.
He has multiple.
No way.
He's basically an online pimp.
Ah! Brilliant.
I don't know what you heard about me. Sing.
So we're thinking about calling this
Check.
series. Are we seriously thinking about God, guns, and girls, or are we doing Miscellaneous and WTF?
How about we do this?
This, that, and the other.
Miscellaneous. Dot space dot space dot space. WTF. Gods, girls. Or have a
each
neon light of God's guns, girls.
Or each week could be something different, and like one week could be like God's Guns and Girls, another one could be like Triple B.
What? What?
Beer, boobs, and business.
Yeah, that definitely goes with God.
Business.
Okay.
Religious business. That doesn't have to be part of it. You can turn a blind eye sometimes. It's okay. Oh, you ate all my bishops.
Yep. What do I like?
What do you
I like everything,
No, you
pretty
don't.
much.
No, you don't.
Except gays. No, I'm kidding. I like gays. It's the people. Okay, so here now we're getting into controversy. You happy? You got the put out. No, just kidding. No, what I don't. So what I like. I think it's quicker to do a list of things I don't like. I don't care that much for like real, true Asian food. Not a huge fan of that. I like I like Americanese. You know, it's like PF Chang's and Panda Express. Nice, that kind of stuff. So like, I think it's Southeast China. I think that's where like most of like Asian Chinese food comes from. I've never had Vietnamese food. Actually, that's not true. In Carmel, they serve. So there's this restaurant in Carmel, the town that we're from in Carmel.
Is it really
in France?
Vietnamese, or they just say that it's Vietnamese?
No, that's where they're from.
They are Vietnamese, but they serve fried rice and like.
No, they have a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Where was I going with this? So the town that we're from, in France, we
Has a family-owned business.
yeah, it has a family-owned business, and they're like Vietnamese, and so I've had a little bit of Vietnamese food. But when it comes to food, I think I'll pretty much eat anything. I'm not terribly complicated.
Except for my eggs, he won't eat my hard-boiled eggs.
Nope. Not a huge fan of eggs. Don't like bananas. So here's the thing. I'll eat a banana if I'm hungry. I know I've eaten a banana when I was hungry, but I'm just there's something about them. The texture.
Because mom made you eat them too much when you were a kid?
No, on all honesty, I think when it comes from, so when we were in school in France and like not pre-K and stuff, what is it, primary school?
Mm-hmm.
The kids would eat the bananas in such a way that just disgusted me, and so I have the image that goes with the smell and taste and texture and the like, who likes a freaking banana like an ice cream? That's what they were doing.
I think it was just be weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so, because they did it every meal.
Probably be weird.
Anyway.
Kids are weird.
Yes, they are. But ooh, did you bite?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Chico. So yeah, don't really care for that. Oh, sports. Played rugby for a pretty long time, ish, I guess. I really enjoy rock climbing, dirt bike, like mountain bike. We pedal and actually do something.
Good job.
I won! First episode, and we're stopping there. Thanks, guys. I don't know. I'm pretty open-minded to a lot of things, I feel. You know what I mean?
We're all open-minded.
I think so.
In the family.
Yeah. We have a younger sister and a little brother who's 13. And they're both taken. So all the guys in the comments are like, ooh, boy. Stop you there.
Were you gonna go first?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay. You can go first.
It's fine. Yeah, I love music. I love magic. I love my girlfriend. I love my pet dog, Joy. We almost got a cat. Cats.
In terms of music, what are you working on right now?
Yeah, good question. Fabulous question. I love the question. Yeah. That is one of the best and greatest questions I've had. And trust me, I've had a lot of questions. Did you just go? What'd you do?
Wait,
No, you didn't. Go.
1, 2. Yeah, sorry.
I'm actually working on a classical album. I love classical music. I've always loved classical music. I used to play the violin. I used to play the piano. A little bit of recorder. And I've just always loved music. I always was very fond of sounds and the things that composers and musicians were just able to create with the instruments that they had in front of them. I just thought it was always really cool. So I was like, why not? So here's the thing. I used to have a piano. And here's the thing. When we lived with our grandparents, my grandma made sure that I had the piano in my room. And so I was very fortunate enough that I got a piano in my room pretty much all of my teen years, pretty much, when I think about it. So I was able to really fool around with the piano and just find a bunch of different sounds and stuff like that. I was never... Okay, so here's the thing. I'm good, but I never really put it into... What's the word I'm looking for?
Never exposed it?
Yeah, I guess I just never worked it enough to become great. You know what I mean?
I didn't really have a teacher.
That's true. But when I did get one, he was awesome. And then COVID happened. But I taught myself how to play the Mozart's Turkish March. I knew how to play that at 10. And I knew how to play Beethoven's first movement of the Moonlight Sonata. And he learned a couple of other things. For Elise, of course, like the basic, what everybody knows kind of when it comes to piano. But I always loved it. And I always loved, before going to bed and stuff like that, just being able to play. And so that's what I've basically done now with all the technology and all the apps and websites and things that are out there now. It's become so much more easier. Whereas when I was even 15 and I wanted to write something down, I couldn't because, well, first of all, you had to buy it from someone, the sheet music, at least when I tried. You had to buy the sheet music from someone and then you had to write it down yourself. So I was like, yeah, no thanks. Now, you get a bunch of stuff online, apps that you can download, Maestro. And so that's the one I use, and it's fantabulous. You're able to add piano, drums, violins, and stuff like that. So that's really what I've been doing, and it's been super fun. And I'm loving it, and I'm writing the album. I'm writing the album for my girlfriend, and there's a couple of songs in them that when I was writing them, I was thinking about my mom. There's one where I definitely thought about my sister. So it's pretty cool. It's really neat doing something like that because you get to feel your creativity kind of come to life. Whereas when you're in your job and you're doing your 9 to 5, you don't always have the possibility to expose that creativity and do the things you want to do and show the world and whatnot. And I feel like this is a pretty unique experience that's pretty cool. So that's what I'm doing right now. The album has 13 songs. But
Is there a reason to why you did 13?
you can do that.
Like I said, is there a reason why you chose 13?
Initially there's going to be 7. 7's one of my favorite numbers. 7, 11, 72. Those are my favorite numbers.
Okay.
13, why? Because there's initially 12 songs. And the reason that 12 is my third favorite number after is 4. Don't ask. But 12, parce que 72, which is 72. 72. I don't know, I just think it's cool. Cool thing, my dad's born in 72. Probably there's a correlation there. The reason that there's 13 songs because there's actually 12 originals, and the 13th song is actually it's song number 7 that is done with a little bit of violin. So song number 7 is only piano, and song 13 is the same song but with some violin inside. So it's pretty nice. So my favorite songs are actually placed in the spots of 7 and 11. In case you were wondering.
Yeah, makes sense.
But it's great because I got a buddy of mine who's kicking butt. He's a music engineer, if you will, sound engineer, and he's a teacher now for a school in Toulouse in France. And when I told him about this project, we were kind of hyped together, and so he's going to be helping me to master it and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be really neat. Since my computer that I'm using it's not old, but it's definitely not made for that. Yeah, and so it doesn't download MIDI files. So it's interesting. I only have MP3 and WAV that I'm able to do when it comes to the audio. And so if I want to be able to send it to him, it's got to be MIDI. So that's why I was looking at your computer earlier if I could see, but I wasn't able to log into my thing. So things to do. But yeah, I love fighting. I love boxing. What else do I like? I love swimming. Swimming's fun. I love scuba diving. What about you, Christian? I like cooking, and I'm a pretty good cook too. Would you agree?
Yeah. Sure, the last couple of years.
Right? We were laughing the other night. He made homemade macaroni, homemade garlic bread. We had some maple bacon, everything like this. It was really great. We were just kind of laughing because we love our girlfriends. They're awesome. But besides a couple of dishes that they can do, there's not a lot of stuff. My girlfriend's amazing when it comes to dessert. She makes the best crepes in the world. But it's pretty limited. So we're very grateful. So her mom kicked butt when it came to that kind of stuff to teach us and show us basics. Yeah. Like we went to college knowing how to make pasta. You know what I mean? Ooh, my neck is stuck, isn't it?
I'm pretty stuck here, man. I got
No one. What book are you reading right now?
reading 7 Rules of Power by
Unlimited power. We just finished the Star Wars marathon. The important episodes. 1 to 6. And the last episode of Kenobi, because that's badass, but he fell asleep, so. What can I say?
tells you how badass it is.
Yeah. Tells you how badass it is to be broke. Did you play? Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So is Chancellor Palpatine like the top of the top because he doesn't. Everybody calls him Master of the movie. Yeah.
He doesn't call anybody master yet.
No, he's the better know.
Yeah. Because. So, what's funny with Mr. Palpatine?
Here's the thing: we can treat this as like we're talking to them, or we could treat it just as we're
Talking
just
to
talking
us.
to each other, whatever you want. We can do mix of both. Doesn't matter. But it doesn't have to be one or the other.
Yeah, it's kind of complicated. Ooh, that's a beautiful fork by Rémy.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, oh, too bad. So sad.
You just want attention. You don't want my heart. And I also want to do a song where I sing. Also, for my girlfriend. What's your life revolve around? In case anybody asks, it's complicated, but it's not that complicated. I was telling Christian the other night, I told you this the other night. Just copy what everybody else has done, because it works, and duplicate, and make it your own. You know what I mean? It just makes it better, easier on you, and yeah. I'm not saying plagiarize. No. I'm saying listen to something you like and make it your own. And that works. Like I showed you your adventure awaits, right? What's it sound like? It sounds just like
Yeah.
Black Heart.
Well, what is it like? Almost every 70s or 80s song has the same 4 chords.
Every pop song has the
Or
same
pop song. That's crazy.
Let's go crazy. We used to have it all. Now it's all cut and cold. So hopefully it blows. Oh, oh, oh.
I don't even know where to post this.
You wanna know how to make an edit? Make yourself so good. Make you think.
Sure. What do you think?
Make you think.
I'm thinking. Are you?
Are you?
Just
Are
little
you?
pieces.
Wait. You sound like an Enderman.
Yeah.
Huh.
What do you think of that movie?
Huh? I liked it. I thought it was good. And Aurora made it for me as well.
Well, I wish you.
Because she just kept laughing and laughing and laughing, and it was awesome. And I think that's checkmate, no? Hang on. You can't go there.
Mm-mm.
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 Son of a bitch.
Good job.
Who said multitasking isn't possible? Every scientist.
You like science? That's another
Yep.
thing.
Oh yeah, I love science. I like, I called Zuzu today, and I was like, she was telling me that ever since I was little, I questioned everything. Always asking, hey, can I get another one of these?
You can make it, yeah. You don't need them, do you?
No, I don't.
You could.
It's just for fun.
It's up to you. Yeah, if you want one. It's not much, just an ice
So what you need to know?
mix.
It's like those long skinny ones, like the
You know why
those things.
they existed? No? Okay.
So okay, I'm gonna learn another thing today. Go ahead, and I'll teach you what I learned today.
It's to keep the smoke away
From them and their
from
suits.
them and their suits, and it was also so they could smoke it all the way down and not get residue.
I should get one. Do you imagine a cigar? A cigar?
Oh, yeah, that'd be crazy, actually.
What is it?
I don't even know if they make them for smokers.
I think it'd look pretty gay.
Yeah, cigar is meant to be enjoyed. It's a master craft piece.
Yeah.
It's like
And
drinking.
it takes a long time to smoke. It's not something
It's like
like a
drinking
cigarette.
whiskey out of a wine glass. That's gay.
Whiskey in a wine glass. But yeah, that's kind of funny.
We leaned back, and I don't even know if we're in frame anymore.
Voices. It's your conscience.
Conscience, that's a whole can of worms right there.
That is not my specialty, but I will pretend it is.
That'd be fun.
Phallicize it.
Oh, I could do that with JoJo. Just like, dude, let's do a podcast, 15-minute podcast, and we pick a topic and we have to pretend we're experts on
You want to try it now? Let's try it now. Okay, what would the topic be?
it. Conscience.
COVID-19.
Yeah.
Conscience. Okay. I wish I knew how to do a Jordan Peterson impression.
Well, it's
No. Stop talking.
it's not what you think it is.
Consciousness.
Oh, so you don't know what the conscience is? I mean,
I know what your
grab-
conscience is.
Get a dictionary, bro. I mean, honestly.
Well, what about the conscience?
Well, if you don't
'Cause
know,
it's-
I'm the expert. If you don't
it's-
know, then you need to
Okay.
go find somebody that can talk at you.
So Sigmund Freud talked about dreams a lot. That was his main
Sigmund
thing.
Freud, what about Fitzherbert?
His daughter? You know that she's actually like his daughter. I believe it's I think it. What am I saying? I think so. Yeah, like his daughter. I believe is like the pioneer to child psychology. Yeah, who would have thought? Children think. See, consciousness is a tough subject though, because it goes very deep, it goes very profound. There's a lot of things we don't know about.
That's the subconscious.
Your conscience is kind of the same.
Okay.
There's so much about the brain that we have no idea. You know the statement.
Isn't it that we know more about the underwater than we do our own brain or something?
Yeah, and we know more about the surface of the moon than we know of underwater.
Yeah.
So it just goes to tell you how much we don't know. When we say that we use 10% of our brain, that's not true.
We use 100% of it, but
We only know what 10% of our brain does. That's where we only use 10% of our brain comes from. Now you know. But when you think about the brain, it only uses 20 volts. 20 volts. That's how much, that light bulb, that's how much it's using right now. 20 volts. It's nothing. But it has enough power. And it needs the amount of energy to be able to light up, I believe it's Manhattan for 24 hours.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's Manhattan. Yeah,
That's crazy.
I heard that.
And how do we feel it? Donuts, margarita, and burritos. Tonight was Mexican night. And it's Sunday. It's not Tuesday. Speaking of which, are we seeing those two on Tuesday night?
This Tuesday?
Yes.
I don't know. Why?
Because we didn't do it last Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering.
We can order. I can talk to him. Yeah.
Just wondering. You don't have to, but.
I don't know. Not in the budget, but.
That's fine. We don't do it. That's a whole other topic. Budget. Money! Woo-hoo.
I think we can cut it now and go back to it another time if you want. That was pretty good.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming along. Next time we'll be more prepared and I won't spit everywhere. Sorry about that.